As they've done each time this year when they've won the toss, they elect to defer, and the kickoff to Keaton Mitchell and Justice Hill, and it's Hill from the 2-yard line. Ravens on the return with Justice Hill, and Hill out across the 30 and down at the 31-yard line in the arms of Dallas Turner. On first down, almost intercepted. The ball gets thrown there into the backfield. It's incomplete. Jonathan Grenard, second down and 10. Keaton Mitchell motioning out of the backfield. Lamar Jackson will keep and trying to find some room up the middle to the 34. Blake Cashman. Play clock at 3. 4-man rush. It's likely with the catch short of the first down at the 39. 2 yards shy thanks to number 2 Isaiah Rodgers.
I'd say the same for both of these defenses.
Well, they had allowed an opening drive touchdown in 3 straight games. But the Ravens go 3 and out. Miles Price ranging to his left. Picks it up on the bounce at the 10-yard line. Price trying to find a little space, and he nudges the football near the 15. Draymond Jones, just acquired this week at the trade deadline, starts for the Ravens. McCarthy batted at the line by Kyle Hamilton. Second down and 10 at the 14. It's Aaron Jones. And Jones nudging his way out near the 19-yard line. McCarthy with pressure in his face finds Justin Jefferson and a first down. Boy, J.J. McCarthy standing in with the Kyle Hamilton rush. Double tights on first down. Addison in motion. And the handoff is to Jones. Not much there. Travis Jones again on the tackle.
You know, rush that quarterback. Hopefully he's going to come from Draymond Jones this afternoon.
McCarthy steps away from pressure, finds Jones on the sideline and out of bounds. He's lined up inside now. He'll rush inside. He'll rush on the edge. McCarthy on third down, floating it up for Nailor, and he drops a dime. Nailor with a move and a stiff arm, still on his feet. Another stiff arm and down inside the 5. Alohi Gilman saves a touchdown.
And really, what the best thing about this opening drive has been for J.J. McCarthy, he has taken what the defense has given him, and now you got to play dialed up. What did we say at the top? Trust the play. Trust the plan. Be patient at the start of the game. We're going to create an opportunity for you to get downfield at some point, and when we do take advantage of that, that was an outstanding throw by J.J. McCarthy, and that's the one thing that...
It's Jones to the left, and Jones to the end zone. Vikings on top early in Minnesota.
It's amazing how you can impact people. Watch Alohi Gilman right here. It's going to be run down. We get a great block by Christian Darrisaw. Look at that gaping hole. But it was because just the release by those 2 tight ends. Unfit.
Now Will Reichard tries the extra point. And the short kick. Keaton Mitchell from the 8-yard line. Mitchell got a block from Wester and now down across the 30-yard line.
So many years ago, Kevin O'Connell is just unique in how he prepares quarterbacks to play.
Derrick Henry up the middle across the 35. It was interesting, and then he just went on and said,
I am going to make myself become a really, really good passer of the football.
It's the draw to Henry. Powers into Jalen Redmond. And
after middle of the pack.
With Zay Flowers in motion, finding Mark Andrews is Lamar Jackson, and that's a pretty good ticket.
All out quick, they should be much more successful.
Patrick Ricard, the fullback, lining up in front of Henry. Off play action, over the middle, good catch. Sliding down, that ball tried to sneak out the back door on Zay Flowers, but he hangs on for 16.
Just a really nice job by Zay Flowers here on the outside. Watch him let the ball go by and kind of pulls it back. Just a great job getting down low. And again, you look at these throws, look at the safety coming in right there. You see
Vikings with the 7-0 lead, but the Ravens now on the move. Inside the Minnesota 40. Here's Henry to the left. Cashman there along with Jalen Redmond to bring him down.
He wants to get that ball thrown down the field.
2nd and 9. Jackson with touch over the defender to DeAndre Hopkins. 2. Henry looking for the short yardage first down, and he's got it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And this year, it's just all about keeping that consistency.
Well, he's been not healthy. That's been the biggest problem for Lamar, but when he's out there this year, he's been as good as anybody in the game. And Brian Flores said,
in the lineup, he really puts a ton of stress on your defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson over the middle, and Andrews had it carry him off his hands, incomplete. So tough in this noise. Jackson slings it over the middle, deflected and incomplete. It's gone off the hands of 2 tight ends on the last 2 plays. This Isaiah Likely in his first stint in the NFL. This from 44. And Luke sneaks it in to all of us to tip our caps to those who serve. Miles Price, a yard deep in the end zone. He will bring it out. Had a 99-yard return called back on a penalty last week, and he struggles his way out near the 30-yard line. And Aaron came running over to say hello, and now Aaron Jones Sr. back to work on the ground. In writing the story of Aaron Jones, loved reading it this week, and kudos to you, Tyler, for a great story as Jones is dropped in the backfield. Mike Green, the rookie from Marshall, knifing in.
And here from the outside, Brian O'Neill just kind of gets a little bit wide on that first step, and he's able to get back inside. You have those defensive stunts, and you're moving to the right.
Vikings are 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this is 3rd and 12. They set it up for Jefferson with blockers in front. Now he'll throw it back the other way to McCarthy, and McCarthy will run. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd, and short of the first down by 2 yards. Hamilton, no surprise, Kyle Hamilton was the guy who found himself on the other end of the field to make that play. Ryan Wright to punt this one away. LeJontay Wester waves for the fair catch and has it at the 15. 7-3 with the ball at their own 15-yard line. And on first down, the handoff is to Derrick Henry, who fights to the 19-yard line, and it's 2nd down. This was a game that Bruce was so spent time on the defensive side of the ball in his NFL career as well, and some movement up front. And that's going to cost 5.
False start by the offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
Cold and snow. 2nd and 11. After the penalty, they set up the screen and immediately tackled. What a play by Jonathan Allen. He sniffed out that screen to Derrick Henry beautifully.
Yeah, sometimes it's just hard for a guy to kind of get, upfield in the pass rush, and you kind of get pulled right into the play. And he's just kind of drifting across the line, and Daniel Fa'alele can't kind of get in between. He's got to kind of work to get to his inside so he doesn't allow.
3rd down and long. To the sideline for Andrews and out of bounds at the 19. Metellus with the tackle, but Andrews couldn't turn it upfield. Who leads the NFL in net punting average. Will boot this one away. 52 yards on his first punt. Miles Price will let this one bounce, and it'll go out of bounds near the 43-yard line.
The staff have been preaching to him, but then you got to see how well he can throw the deep ball with the connection to Jalen Nailor.
Checking deep again. Nobody open. That ball tipped at the line, and it's incomplete.
McCarthy this year, 1st quarter, 4th quarter, on the road in division rivals, but can we do it for 4?
The screen to Jones. To the edge, and Roquan Smith chasing him out near the 49-yard. And you see it represented in the face paint on 3rd and 5. McCarthy, a little pump, a throw over the middle, and he zips it in to Jalen Nailor, and that's a first down.
And you're just, kind of waiting for the opportunity to get it to Justin Jefferson. You're going to see him check. You got a lot of coverage that way. Comes back, stays poised again in the pocket. Watch the pressure. Here comes Travis Jones. He's right there. He's kind of collapsing things inside, but he stays in there. And again, that is the most important part. As a young quarterback, are you really? Well, we've seen him twice today kind of hang in there and make some really nice throws.
Toss play, Jordan Mason, and all kinds of traffic around Mason. He'll lose yardage.
You take the helmet off, you flip the switch off. I mean, it's amazing to meet some of these guys off the field, but then watch what they do on the field.
Here's McCarthy in some trouble. He'll tuck it and run. decisive to pull it down and move it forward to the 31-yard line. Mike Green 3 for 4 today on third down. This is 3rd and 8, and we've got a flag down and some movement up front, likely going to make it 3rd and 13.
Before the snap, false start by the center. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Quarterback like J.J. McCarthy, if he could have that consistency at the center position, it would help.
Here's Jefferson looking for a block and cannot get away from the rookie Malachi Starks. 49-yard try for Reichard. And the kick right down the middle for Will Reichard to extend the lead. Is available 24/7 to help. You are not alone. And if that's you, call and get that help, please. Wester from the goal line for the Ravens. Ravens down to the 30-yard line.
Go out to you, but please, everybody, let's start to learn from these losses.
Lamar Jackson able to break away and avoid the sack.
Quarterbacks or the mobile quarterbacks get careless, and it's something that he's made sure he's not doing.
It's Henry. Now they're showing pressure. Doesn't always mean that pressure's coming, but it is this time. Jackson's pass deflected by Van Ginkel at the line, and it's incomplete. You speak of Andrew Van Ginkel, and he makes the big play on. Get enough credit for his high IQ. Make sure you give him the credit for his high IQ. Miles Price from the 16. Ooh, a little bobble, and he didn't call for the fair catch. He's fortunate to hang on to that one. Here's Jones with the carry over the right side, and he gets to the 22, a pickup of 6. All right, Carissa, thanks so much. On 2nd down, good pickup by Jones on the pressure. That gave McCarthy time to find Jefferson. And movement on the right side of the offensive line.
False start by the offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It's great to see them getting back and getting back into the fold.
On 1st and 15, pocket collapsing on McCarthy, and it's batted down at the line. The incompletions now are Baltimore passes defended in the stat column. McCarthy finds Adam Thielen, and Thielen out there on the field. 3rd and 6. Steps away. McCarthy floating it for Jefferson downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. His first career interception. And Starks looking for some running room. Tracked down from behind by Jordan Addison. But the first-round pick camping out underneath that ball.
Just because you've broken contain and are scrambling up in the pocket doesn't automatically mean you can go down the field on an explosive.
Here's Henry up the gut to the 25-yard line. Let's
there, make that decision, pull it down, and get some positive yards.
And they ruled him touched down by contact after the pick, which is why the Ravens are back on this end of the field as Lamar Jackson scrambles for a 1st down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, see, you're trying to get a little bit of a jam here, and it just gets up a little bit high. Yeah, you're kind of going one-on-one. And this is just going to be a process, and I know we don't like to hear that word, but it is going to be a process that J.J. McCarthy goes through.
Jackson going to scramble again, and down he goes. Jalen Redmond with a flag down in the secondary on the near sideline.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 7. The penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Jackson incomplete. Isaiah Likely looking back at his quarterback going, wait, was that for Henry on 2nd and 10. Little stiff arm gets past Harrison Smith, and the king of the stiff arm delivers another for a 1st down for Baltimore.
Letting him get downhill, he's getting to the outside and then getting downhill.
On 1st down, Keaton Mitchell spry to the outside, and he's got a 1st down or close to it. First down and more. Keaton Mitchell into the secondary and down inside the 20. Rodgers and Smith after the 22-yard run.
It's all because of the fullback, right? Patrick Ricard, and we're just going to come up there, and we're going to get a nice little block right there. And just follow 42. That's all you got to do. And look, we got a nice little lane right through there, just clear as a bell.
It's so simple.
Get on the hip.
Only 11 teams will the fullback watch that play. Other teams.
Yeah, there's 21 other teams.
From the 18 on first down, they'll try it again. And this time Dallas Turner filled that hole quickly and a loss back to the 20-yard line. Close it in on the 2-minute warning. Jackson to Zay Flowers, and Flowers upfield and yanked down as he gets to the 11 by Isaiah Rodgers. 3rd down and 3. Henry into the arms of Eric Wilson. And it'll bring up 4th down. And that'll sneak through to put 3 more on the board. 1:11 remaining in the... Waiting for the opportunity to return. And Price about 3 yards deep. He'll take a knee and we'll take a trip to Los Angeles and check in with Kurt Menefee. McCarthy, short to Addison, makes the catch, and he's down just across the 41-yard line. See how aggressive Minnesota gets trying to double up. They won the toss and elected to defer, so they'll have the ball to start the second half.
Well, we always hear about, it's the style of the offense, it's the culture we're trying to create. Kevin O'Connell is always going to be aggressive as an offensive play caller.
On 2nd and 5, McCarthy to the sideline, incomplete. He wanted Addison again. On 3rd down, Draymond Jones with pressure. McCarthy gets away and throws this away. Brian had the late pass rush, but Draymond Jones, Zach Orr told us they haven't had a guy like that who could do both of those things, rush inside and out, since Zadarius Smith. Wester fields it at the 5. LaJohntay Wester, good return up the sidelines and banged out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Big hit at the... And it's short over the middle to Justice Hill, and Hill with a 1st down. And a timeout used. 37-yard line. Blake Cashman on the tackle. 1st down at 10. Pressure coming. Jackson gets rid of it to the sideline. It's likely did not get out of bounds, and then the ball came out at the end of the play.
It's not about yardage right now, it's about the time.
Here's Jackson. Floats it over the middle, back to get it to Zay Flowers, and he turns upfield. Flowers ducks out of bounds at the 25, and the Ravens now well within scoring range after the 27-yard pitch and catch. Jackson, pressure comes, and he's planted in the turf. Dallas Turner with the sack, but a flag is down, and this looks like it may be roughing on Turner.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 15, body weight. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
And we've got a 1-point game in Minneapolis with 2 seconds to play in the 1st half. So 2 seconds left until halftime in a 10-9 ball game. Miles Price about a yard out of the end zone. Up the field he comes. Barring a penalty, the final play of the 1st half. Price upended at the 25, and halftime has arrived.
So just that one mistake in the 1st half. Let's see where he picks up here to start the second.
Miles Price from the 2-yard line for Minnesota. Vikings won the toss, elect to defer, and they'll have the football to start things off from the 24-yard line. Allison Williams caught up with Kevin O'Connell. What'd you find out? And they start right here at the 24-yard line on 1st down and 10. And it's Jones with the carry up the middle, and Jones into the secondary. It's a good way to get started if you're Kevin O'Connell's offense. Jones bursting up the middle for 17.
And a nice job right here. You're going to see everybody kind of climb in here and just create this big gap. Everybody's coming down. Really nice job by Jordan Addison. It doesn't have to be a lot. You just have to occupy that safety dropping in. That allowed Aaron Jones to get to that second level.
6 carries. Toss play to Jones. Trying to get to the corner, and the leg's knocked out from under him.
Had with Coach O'Connell. It is in the details, and that was lacking in the first half.
On 2nd and 5 off the play fake, McCarthy will check it short. The catch made by Addison, who spins off contact and is close to the first down. Nate Wiggins on 3rd and 1, McCarthy looking deep. Down the middle, Jefferson and Humphrey get tangled up, and it's an interception by Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey trying to find some room to run, and Humphrey out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
And it's just not there. You see the little stumble right here by Justin Jefferson. Just kind of gets caught up. Who was targeted 5 times with interceptions.
And now Lamar Jackson to the air on 1st down, and that's deflected by Harrison Smith. And here comes the flag. Looking for Isaiah Likely, and Likely a pass interference.
Pass interference, defense number 22. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. It's 1st down.
But I agree with the play call. It's not executed well, especially on the outside by Justin Jefferson.
Little sidearm zip to Zay Flowers. Flowers slamming on the brakes and out of bounds near the 26. Isaiah Rodgers from the eye. 1st down and 10. Jackson off his spot to the outside. Positive yardage and much more. Inside the 10 and down to the 5 goes Charlie Kohler.
And just a little bit of an issue with some pursuit. Andrew Van Ginkel here. Let's keep our eyes on him, see if we can keep him in frame. He's dropping into coverage right there. The ball goes to the outside, and just that angle as he's coming in, he allows Charlie Kohler to get back inside on him.
1st down and goal from the 4. The handoff to Henry and Jalen Redmond. Right there to pounce on him.
Just what he does. He's their most consistent defensive lineman this year.
Jackson in some trouble. Dancing away. Chased now by Van Ginkel, and he'll throw this one away. He saw pressure from Grenard, then the pressure from Van Ginkel. 2 for 7 on 3rd down today. Jackson. Nobody open. All the way back to the 20. He'll throw this out of the back of the end zone. Vikings defense stiffening. And the Ravens take the lead 12-10 this afternoon. Price from the goal line. Miles Price across the 20-yard line, and good coverage by the Ravens. The ball's out. The ball popping out at the 23-yard line. Kickoff. They had great coverage on that kickoff, and it ends up getting him a football. Now Jackson off play action. Lamar going to run with it. And the 2-time MVP down to the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 5 at the 18. Likely the motion man. Lamar Jackson will keep it to the edge. Steps through the diving Jonathan Grenard. Mark Andrews, a toss to Jackson. And Jackson will motor around the edge for a 1st down. Derrick Henry blocking. So now Jackson with pressure in his face throws to the end zone off the hands of Rashad Bateman, incomplete. Jackson looks for Bateman. He plucks it, turns upfield. Bateman lunging for the goal line. He's down at the 1. Rodgers kept him out of the end zone for the moment. It's a 10-yard gain on the play. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line.
And they're going to go quick. Now you got a bunch of guys lined up on the outside here. You come out real quick and get that into one of your playmakers' hands. Let him run in after the catch.
And Justice Hill to the goal line, trying to burrow in for the touchdown. No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now a 19-10, 10 points off those takeaways today for Baltimore. And now Price, who fumbled a moment ago, back to work on the return. You know he wants to make amends. Spins across the 25. The ball pops out again. up initially in the hands of one of his teammates who moved it forward, and then it fell out of his. Vikings are fortunate to have the football. Now what can they do with it? Here's Mason, and Jordan Mason, good run on first down to the 46-yard line.
Offense was out there. We started off with Aaron Jones in a nice run, and you're pulling some linemen. You got your fullback in front of you, so you know this is, if they can lean on this again, you know, get these guys, you know, in that run game.
And there was movement up front on the left side of that offensive line. McCarthy's cadence caught his own man.
False start. Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
First and 15. McCarthy over the middle to Thielen, who gets the penalty yardage back to the 40. McCarthy out of the backfield. It's Mason on the edge, and a good open field tackle by Marlon Humphrey. Now Addison goes in motion on 3rd and 2. McCarthy to throw. It's batted at the line by Kyle Hamilton, and it's incomplete. 4th and 2 for Minnesota. McCarthy looking, trying to fit it into Jordan Addison. There is a flag.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. Personal foul, illegal blindside block by the offense number 19. By rule, this foul will be bridged to the next change of possession. After the 15-yard penalty, it's a first down for Baltimore.
Start in Vikings territory. This at the 39. And Lamar Jackson deflected and incomplete. It was Dallas Turner who got a hand on it to bat it away, and it's 2nd down.
When you're going parallel or backwards to your own end zone, you can't take that shot.
Mike, give me one more spot where I was wrong, so if it's baseball, I'm just out. We just lost the whole inning. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out.
Jackson, sidearm incomplete. Pretty good sudden change defense here, Daryl, from this Vikings team.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
This would be an NFL law. Good snap and hold, and the kick is wide to the left. Has not gone well for the Vikings so far. McCarthy on first down. He'll check it to Jones on the sideline in the Ravens territory, and Jones down at the 42. Well, time for Minnesota if they're going to march back in this one. Jefferson the motion man, and the pitch to Jones. Jones got some blocking, and Jones with a good run. Back-to-back good plays to start this offensive possession.
And then that 4th quarter was amazing. They know they can do this. They know they can flip the switch and start playing well again.
Here's Jefferson on the sideline, chased out by Nate Wiggins. It's the single back. And movement again.
Wow, that's 4.
That's 4 false starts today for Minnesota.
Personal foul, offense number 89 and 71. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
What's that free?
There's McCarthy going too tall for Jones as they tried to set up the screen. A lot of traffic around there. Mike Green was. Here's McCarthy on 2nd down. Steps up into a clean pocket and throws off the hands of Justin Jefferson. Would have been 6.
That is a very well thrown ball by J.J. McCarthy on a really challenging timing route with tight coverage.
McCarthy with time, looking for the end zone, looking for Jefferson again. The pass is incomplete. Awuzie with the coverage. No flag on the field, and it's 4th down. And ready to go. 43-yard try for Will Reichard, and the kick is good. He's perfect from 50 yards and in. Lester and Mitchell, the deep men. From the 3-yard line. It's a Wester looking for a crease, and it closes in the arms of C.J. Ham. From the 33 on first down, Jackson has to sling it sidearm to get through traffic to Henry, and Henry with 8 yards to the 41 before Josh Metellus. Henry behind the block of Ricard into the secondary and a first down.
He's actually going to give Patrick a little bit of a shove, and hey, let's get going. Going to find their way all the way down to Josh Metellus. That's the last unblocked guy. Gets right back inside there.
Can you relate to any?
Getting to the line of scrimmage as opposed to, kind of getting there in a hurry.
Jackson, tough window to fit that into, and he finds DeAndre Hopkins for a pickup of 9. Check in with Allison. 2nd and 1, it's Henry. And Henry down at the 31-yard line and down to the end.
Short fields and spend that many snaps on your end of the field.
It's Henry on 1st down, barrels up the middle, and as we have seen so often in the career of Derek. On 2nd and 2, it's Henry again. He tripped up coming through traffic. He had a lane for the 1st down and just lost his footing coming through the hole. It's Henry with room, another slip. He does have the 1st down, but left some yardage on the table there as he goes down at the. On the toss, Henry, and down near the 11.
Place that you're going to be playing in so you can pump it into your practice.
There's Mitchell on the edge, not much there for Keaton Mitchell. Myron Murphy doing a 3rd and 2, and whistles and a timeout. The flag was out of the pocket of the official on the far side. That play clock was winding down, and he was about to throw the flag. And then Jackson, quarterback sweep, got a block, going airborne and down to the 2. Jackson on the roll, back in the end zone, and it is caught. Mark Andrews with the touchdown.
You didn't have your 3 tight ends spread out to the right like they do here, but it looks like quarterback sweep again. And then they just...
Pressure coming. Jackson finds the open man. Rashad Bateman for 2. Eric Wilson was right in the face of Lamar Jackson, and he touches on that drive for 47 yards. Here's Price. It's been an adventure the last couple of kickoff returns. 2 fumbles, 1 lost, 1 recovered. He'll go out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line. Averages on the year 327 per game.
That's insane.
On 1st down, it's Mason, and Mason showing a little power, trucking Nate Wiggins on his way to the 41.
Here to get back in this game. It's a 2-score game, and we've seen this. This is the way that Minnesota.
And a flag. And another false start. That's 5 today.
Kevin O'Connell talked to Allison Williams about coming out at halftime. It's
false start by the offense, number 18. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
That's Justin Jefferson.
We continue to struggle with these penalties that puts you in just difficult down and distances to start. Right at the top of your screen. It's going to be a little flinch, just a little rise.
They came in with 41 offensive penalties on the season. 5 false starts adding to that today as McCarthy will try to zip it over the middle looking for TJ Hawkinson. There's a flag. Roquan Smith was in the area. He's arguing his case. But the Laundry will likely provide a 1st down.
Defense number 0. It's a 1st down at the spot of the foul.
Faith this season, the defense has as well. McCarthy under pressure from that defense. There was nobody open downfield, and down he goes. 1st sack of the day, and it's Travis Jones.
Teddy Buchanan right here, number 40, that kind of squeezes everything down. He comes across in motion, but comes on the blitz, gets inside of TJ Hawkinson and forces.
Tied for 2nd most in the NFL in that span. McCarthy over the middle to Hawkinson, and again, another good defensive play. He arrived, and this defense has started to look better as he looks for Jefferson, and the one-handed attempt by Jefferson against Aruzier draws the flag.
Pass interference, defense number 3. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. It's first down.
Mason tracked down from behind by John Jenkins. Can't settle for 3 here if you're the Vikings. You've got to get this into the end zone to have a shot.
Absolutely. And there are certain times in the course of the game where you can feel it at that tipping point, and this is one of those right now after that big penalty on that pass interference that gives you this opportunity here on the 20-yard line. And you definitely have to. It has to be a touchdown. It has to be a touchdown for the Vikings offense.
McCarthy. It's Nailor. And Nailor wrapped up by Teddy Buchanan. McCarthy tipped at the line and incomplete. McCarthy looking wide of Jefferson at the 2. Wiggins on the coverage. It's a turnover on downs. And a handoff to Henry, and not much there. And part of the Vikings' problem has been the 2nd and 10. Backside pressure. Jackson's in trouble. Down he goes. The pressure coming. And incomplete. Looking for Justice Hill. Van Ginkel flashed into the line of sight. Stout uncorks a good one. Price on the run. He won't get there. It'll go out of bounds.
Coming in to the game today, also very, very good at getting him down inside the 10-5-yard line. So another one of those special teams components that's played well today.
And another penalty.
First down for the offense number 9. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
That's J.J. McCarthy, and that's the 6th false start of the day for Minnesota. 1st and 15 now at the 30. McCarthy will zip it in. A juggling grab made by Jordan Addison into Ravens territory and down inside the 45. Picks up 26 as they hustle up to the line. 5:18 and counting to play. McCarthy buying time and now throws this one away. Jones. And a flag comes in. Aaron Jones Jr. or Sr. was tangled up with Roquan Smith on the sidelines. The ball was well.
Pass interference, defense number 0. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul.
First down at the 35. Here comes pressure from Draymond Jones. McCarthy throws on the run, incomplete. High snap. McCarthy over the middle. Roquan Smith, the diving pick.
They say no. Now, no.
So they're ruling it incomplete. That keeps the ball with Minnesota. They looked at it and they've said an incomplete pass. What a break for the Vikings. Smith didn't secure it. It's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10. McCarthy, too tall for Jefferson, who was wide open at the 20-yard line. All right, Mike, thanks so much. McCarthy under pressure. Somehow he gets away. And McCarthy will throw on the run, and a juggling catch is made inside the 10 by Jalen Nailor.
Catch by Jalen Nailor.
Now McCarthy on first down will tuck and dive to the 5. 2nd and goal.
Got to score quickly here in this series.
McCarthy looking, throws, incomplete. Roquan Smith again. McCarthy with time, and that one out of the back of the end zone. Travis Jones with some heat in there on McCarthy as he threw it. 4th down and goal, and the offense stays out with 3:28 to go. And movement again.
False start. Offense number 75. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
7 false starts at home for Minnesota. McCarthy to the back of the end zone. It's Nailor reaching out. He got his feet in. It's a touchdown.
Bad coverage by Nate Wiggins. This is just excellent by J.J. McCarthy and Jalen Nailor. They have really developed some really good chemistry. Look.
And McCarthy looking for Jefferson. It's incomplete. Awuzie out there in coverage, and Jefferson. Flags down. Wester fields it at the 2. Shante Wester unable to get back to the 25-yard line.
Illegal formation by the receiving team. Not enough players on the right side of the formation. This 5-yard penalty by rule will be enforced from the dead ball spot. It's 1st down.
1st down and 10. Fake to give to the motion man. Lamar Jackson will keep it himself. And Jackson down to the 22-yard line. Timeout used by Minnesota.
And impressive that they've done this. This is their 3rd consecutive game on the road as well.
There's Derrick Henry. And Henry close to the 1st down. Looks to be short. It's Ricard, the fullback, tumbling forward for the 1st down. His don't let their offense back on the field. 1st down. Here's Henry, and into the backfield is Blake Cashman. He had 14 tackles last week against the Lions. And Flowers in motion. A bobble on the handoff. He dribbled it to himself. That ball couldn't have bounced better for Baltimore. If they don't, Vikings will have a chance. Jackson batted at the line, and Jackson spikes it down. Andrew Van Ginkel with the deflection. That's big for Minnesota because the clock stops with 1:55 to go.
That is huge. And hey, that
with no timeouts, under 2 minutes to go. Vikings had a late man run onto the field. It's Price over the shoulder catch at the 15 with a flag down. And Price across the 25 and down at the 27-yard line.
During the kick, holding by the receiving team number 6. By rule, this penalty is enforced from the end of the kick, the 15-yard line to the 7.5. It's 1st down, Minnesota.
McCarthy on 1st down, too tall for Jefferson, and the pass incomplete. Alohi Gilman trying for the pick. Some miscues in this 2nd half to stretch the lead. McCarthy from the end zone, gonna run. McCarthy with some room across the 30 and down to the 34.
We all remember what this team did week 1 at Chicago. That 4th quarter, going into it, they had not played well all day long, and then they were able to find a way in the 4th quarter. Can they find a way here on this final opportunity?
McCarthy again with pressure coming, dumps it to Hawkinson. Excellent open field tackle by Keon Martin. No timeouts. Clock will continue to run. Under a minute before they snap it. Taking some time here.
Yeah.
Too much of it. 2nd and 6. McCarthy over the middle, incomplete. Jalen Nailor the closest to that football, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Oh my goodness.
For those of you joining us late, this is the 8th false start by Minnesota.
Offense number 75. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
The last time they had 7 in a game, you had to go all the way back to 2000.
Then the home team here this afternoon.
3rd and 11. Pressure coming. McCarthy will tuck and run again. Trying to get to the outside, and it's Martin who trips him up at the 40. Ravens rush just 3. McCarthy. Clock continuing to wind. McCarthy directed traffic. All kinds of time running off. He throws incomplete, and the Ravens will take a snap. They'll take a knee, and they'll take a win in Minnesota.
But everybody on that play design had turned and went downfield to try and get free in the man coverage.
And here come the Baltimore Ravens. They were the odds-on favorite to win the division.